life partner, then that's okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting a note in the chat that the timer seems to be freezing from time to time. We'll still have around 11 minutes, but I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know why the screen share seems to be glitching today.
All right. So then the next question comes from expats, because we have almost half of the webinar attendees are expats. So I'm going to read two questions. They are somewhat similar. The first one comes from Adam. Hey, Tom, I live in the UK and I'd like to start investing right away. However, I'll likely move to EU in the coming years. So I'd like to know which platforms and funds to choose so I don't have to sell everything and reinvest when I leave the UK. And also Dana asked a really similar question. What should I consider if I'm investing from Austria and might move in the future to another European country?
All right. So it's very smart that you're thinking about it. The first and biggest danger I will point out, I see this with expats all the time. The biggest danger is delaying investing because you might move in the future. People do this all the time. In a couple of years, I might move to country X, so I might wait until then. Then you move to the next country and you're busy setting up, so you keep delaying. And then the next move is around the corner and you can spend years delaying. So that is the biggest danger. That said, if you are going to be moving, you absolutely do have to plan ahead of time. In our program, we walk you basically through a checklist, what you need to check before you move. I can't give individual tax advice, but just to give you an idea of what it can mean. So if somebody is moving from the UK to a different country, planning can save you a lot in taxes. For example, let's say in the UK, you invest in ETFs inside an ISA, which is basically tax-free and you can sell tax-free. In many cases, if you keep those ETFs and you move to a different country, let's say Spain, and then you sell the ETFs, Spain will tax you on the full profit that you earned way back from when you bought it in the UK. But if you sold before moving, because it's in an ISA, you might not pay any tax in the UK. And then in Spain, you make new investments and you will not have to pay tax on the part of profits that you earned while you were a UK tax resident. Just one example. And again, not tax advice, you have to look at individual circumstances. But the point is, with every combination of countries, the one you're leaving and the one you're going to, you have to look at both sets of tax rules and figure out like what is the right way to handle the move. And this is also something we teach in the program. Now, obviously, if the situation gets more complicated, it's always better to talk to a tax advisor, but it's good to be aware of like what are the opportunities, what are the things to do.
Okay, so the next question comes from Luisa. Is there a way of choosing environmentally or socially responsible ETFs? For example, if we don't want to invest in fossil fuel, weapons, fast fashion, etc.
Sure. So a lot of investors in Europe have this interest, and today there's so-called socially responsible investing funds available, SRI. Um, the trick is that everybody's views of what is ethical are a bit different. So each of these funds treats ethical investing in a different way. So depending on your goals, you will have to dig around and see which funds match my needs and which do not. Also,